VACAY-JayTV.
All I know is my mama. All I know is my kin. All I know is my family. Burn the city down about them. Gave the Lord my troubles. God forgive me my sins. But when it comes to my family, burn the city down about them. Ain't no business, let the family in it. Ain't no business, let the family in it.
The name of episode 3 is Mask On, and the description reads, as the city enjoys the Midnight Blues annual masquerade ball, the night's events create romances that cross dangerous lines between families, and Jean LeBlanc gets some disturbing news. Well, all right, family, here we are. We are back in New Orleans. Welcome back. And yes, we're about to get into it. Before we get to the masquerade ball, we're going to go to what used to be Big Red's and now is owned by Jean LeBlanc, where we see a whole lot of ladies dancing and a whole lot of money flying around. Oh, yeah, people are getting it on. The crew is enjoying themselves with these ladies dancing. Outside, we see Jean LeBlanc with Saint, and they're talking about how much money they're making with this club and how surprised they're making this much money. But Jean LeBlanc comes to the reality that, yes, chump change in comparison to what's going to happen with Midnight Blues and the Masquerade Ball. Saint wants to take out the Duncans and take out Big Shirley. He says, nah, because Big Shirley's crazy, Marquise is thorough, and yeah, they are connected to the mayor and everybody in town. Wouldn't be a good move. And Saint says that's why you're the big boss, of course. So they're ready to go to the Masquerade Ball and have a good time and see what happens. Now, Midnight Blues, let's get to it. It's time to get to it. We see Marquise, and he's approached by these two gentlemen, right? They look like they want to rough him up somehow, some way. But Marquise knows them, and he says, hey, you guys, finished farming? Y'all want to check out the buffet? He's like, we don't want no damn buffet. One of your drunk customers ran into our cow pasture and, took out the fence. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's crazy because they took out Sam. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, Sam. They took out one of your family? Yeah, he's like family to us. He's like, yeah, Sam was special. He ain't never going to be another bull like him. And he's like, wait a minute, a bull? Are you serious? Yeah, bull. We won $150,000. Here goes Dice behind him. You see Dice is creeping behind him. These guys, they really trying to scam and whatever. He's like, yeah, you figure you want to do the right thing, He said, yeah, we're going to talk to your mom and all this and that. Nah, Marquise, he's on point, right? He says, listen, man, I don't take kindly to threats, right? And there he goes. He's flashing Jimmy, just right there, ready in the holster. And Dice comes over like, is there a problem here? He's like, nah, these gentlemen were just about to leave. He's like, this ain't over, Marquis. Whatever. He's like, get up out of here. And Dice like, all right, man, it's a whole bunch of bullshit. So here we go. We are at the club and we see Prince. And yeah, seeing all the ladies walk through and come through. And man, they got some fine ones out there, boy. I tell you, man. So yeah, having a good time right here at Red's. And yeah, we got Saint walking through. Saint comes through and sees Prince and sees this other guy with the tank top, right? Saint is up in there. Everybody knows who Saint is. Saint ain't no joke, obviously. He's supposed to be the man next to the man. He the man next to the man, right? So here goes Saint. What's up to his brother Prince? Everything is all good. He sits down. Like I said, everybody knows who he is. He seems to be a big deal because he probably took out some folks. So Prince wants to introduce him to this guy here. And his name is Chino. And Chino supposedly was helping out Prince while he was locked up upstate. And now Chino is out. And he wants to introduce Chino to Saint. He's like, man, you don't need to introduce me, man. He's a living legend, man. He was running things, up in Angola or whatever. He's like, man, what's up with that, man? He's like, you see what's going on, man? You want to get down with us or what? So think about it. And he's like, hey, yeah, you want to get down. But then Chino wants to ask questions. He's like, yo, man, whatever happened to that girl, man? Before I got locked up, there was this girl, man. She was hitting all the fellas off, man. She was just hoeing all over the place and all this and that, man. Yo, whatever happened to her, man? Whatever happened to her? And Prince is like, yo, shut up, yo. chill, stop asking questions, be quiet, like don't ask about her. He knew exactly what was going on, and Satan's like, yo, you want to know what happened to her? I married her, right? So Saint gets up because he's pissed off because this dude is talking about now his wife, right? She used to do what she did, but now that's his wife. Now you getting mad? Come on, man. You knew who she was, bruh. So now Saint puts hands on Chino, right? Puts him down on the couch in the whole nine. Prince is trying to stop him like, yo, chill, man. We need him, man. When we get this product from Sebastian, we're going to need some people, and we need him and his network to move all the product, man. So chill. Prince definitely knows how to calm Saint down, right? So he's looking up. Chino is just like, yo. So Saint puts his hands around his leg like, and the next time you talk about my wife, I'm going to take you out, right? So Chino's looking up at him like, I ain't never going to forget. He's like, oh, I know what that look is. That's what Saint is saying. I know what that look is. Like, you never going to let this down and I got to look over my shoulder for the rest of my life. Nah. So Saint turns around, blow, takes out Chino, man, and it's over. Then turns around with the strap talking about, anybody else want something? Y'all know who I am, right? So Saint is no joke, taking out cats at point blank range for less, and it's over. So here we are, we on the highways, byways, going down to Louisiana, and we got Uncle Larry and the Motley Crew, and they having a good time, playing some crazy music and the whole nine, and like, yo, play some Marvin Gaye, play something different. And they're excited to go down there, having a good time, and they're like, look, Louisiana sign, they are ready. They are hyped. They're excited. Man, oh, man, here we go. Boy, I wonder what's going to go down. So here we are. We are now at the Midnight Blue, and we see the beautiful Layla Rashawn. That's Big Shirley. She looking beautiful in that outfit, in that dress. Look at her, boy. She is ready for this masquerade ball. It's time to go down, time to make some money and a whole nine, right? It's time. This is the big time, right? We got Marquise, and Marquis, he is ready, boy. That boy is ready. All black. He ready. This is going to be the biggest night ever, right? Because this masquerade ball is a big deal. And we're going to see what goes down. Now, who else is ready for the ball? Of course, we got Jean and Marie LeBlanc. And they are looking real good. She complimenting him. He complimenting her. Talking about, I love you, Marie LeBlanc, and the whole nine. They kissing. They looking good. They're a good-looking couple, you know? And there goes Lauren with Marquise, and she's looking over at what Marquise is looking at. And she's like, you know what I see over there? I see nothing but trouble. Who is she talking about? She's talking about Saint's wife. He's waitressing in the whole nine. But she knows that Marquise is messing with her. And she's like, listen, Marquise, I'm just telling you. He's like, listen, I know I got it in control. But we see the fam coming through. We see Aunt Nene, we see Cousin Curtis. They ready for the ball. They all dressed up in the whole nine. And yeah, your boy Marquise, boy, he better lay off. And I think Lauren is trying to warn him. Just like, listen, man, you got to be careful with this one right here. She's a firecracker. And y'all women could tell, right? Y'all could tell who's trouble and who's not. So Marquise, again, just reassure her it's going to be all right. It's going to be fine. All right, here we are getting started with this party, boy, and everybody is excited, dressed up, decked out. Again, Jean LeBlanc and Marie, they are looking good, for real, for real. And who was in there? Yeah, Mayor Ronald's up in there, rolling up on Jean LeBlanc. Hey, how you doing? Just wanted to make sure we're all clear that your brother was found at the swamps and ate up by the gators. And Jean LeBlanc was like, I don't believe that. He's like, well, I wouldn't want anybody like you to, try to do your own investigation. He's like, a brother like me. It's like, well, what he means is you're, person in construction, right? And Jean LeBlanc is like, listen, I don't believe none of what y'all saying. I'm going to do my own thing. And he's like, what do you mean by that? So he's all up in Mayor Ronald's face. And Mayor Ronald's getting intimidated. He's like, nah, I want to make sure we good. And we'll get the Sheriff Clay on that to dig a little deeper. He's like, yeah, okay, you do that. He's like, Marie, and he, takes her by the arm and they walk away. So there goes Skunk, boy, and he's getting ready. And then he gets bumped into by somebody. We don't know who this is. He's like, hey, man, watch where you effing walking and all this stuff. He's like, oh, my bad, right? He's like, my bad. I mean, he looks familiar. Or who could that possibly be? He's like, Lord, forgive him. He doesn't know who he's effing with. As soon as I heard the voice, I knew it was Uncle Larry in this outfit. He is going to the masquerade ball with this wild outfit. What? Marquise compliments Cousin Curtis. Get all decked out and do our thing. You know, it is what it is. So everybody is ready for this ball. Let's get it on. And yeah, Marquise, trouble on the horizon for your boy. So here we go. We got Mo and we got Floyd, and they are welcoming everybody to the Midnight Blues Masquerade Ball, getting everybody ready and set. And then they introduce the lady of the night, the queen. That's right. Yeah, Big Shirley, the woman behind it all. And everybody's clapping and celebrating. And she's just welcoming everybody. And she says, drinks is on the house, but the gambling ain't on the house, right? You know what I mean? Like, you go ahead and spend some money, gambling the whole nine, but she's looking beautiful in that dress, representing the Midnight Blues, the Duncan family. And it's time to party, family. It's time to get it in, baby. So let's get going. Yeah, she's looking beautiful, man. That dress definitely compliments her, and she absolutely is doing her thing. Did I say she looked good? Oh, absolutely. She looking good. So Aunt Nene is drinking it up, boy. She's having a good time. This is what she came down for this masquerade ball. And then this gentleman comes up, Mademoiselle, may I have this dance? And she's like, no, I'm sorry. I only dance with my husband. And he goes, oh, I'm sure he would not mind, but, you know, someone might kill him, mother, for you. And she's like, Larry, is that you? He's like, no, shh. I am Sevenor de Baccarat. I was like, yo, Larry's crazy. So they go and dance. Guess who gets caught trying to sneak in the back door? Of course, Skunk is trying to sneak in the back door. Of course, security catches him, Dice, and the other guy. And he's like, yo, what are you doing, man? He's like, yeah, he tried to sneak in the back door and he had a strap. It's like, a strap? You trying to bring in a strap? Come on, man. It's like, all right, you know what? I shouldn't even let you in, but check his leg. He's like, nah, I don't got nothing on me. You know, finally check his leg. Oh, I forgot about that one. Skunk is just trouble, man. He's just trouble. He's like, you got your ticket? He's like, yeah, I got my ticket. I got my ticket right. Ah, man, I forgot my ticket, man. I spent $150 on a ticket. Floyd is like, listen, man, you know the rules. No ticket, no entry. You gotta go. He's like, man, how you gonna do that? I spent all this money on this suit and all this and that, and you just gonna kick me out? He's like, yeah, you come back tomorrow and come to the office to get your straps. Hey, Skunk is none but trouble, man. It's just nothing but trouble. So Saint rolls up on Jean LeBlanc and Marie, and she's like, what do you want? And then he whispers in his ear, and Jean is like, listen, I'm so close to this thing. You know, she's like, I can't believe you're going. And then he goes in for the kiss, and she just walks away and says, hey, Kendall, give me my bag. And she is mad, upset. And yeah, Jean is upset and walks away. Of course, she gets a drink in the whole nine so everybody could calm down. It is what it is. Nene having a good old time dancing with Mr. Sedenor, right? But guess who notices? Of course, Cousin Curtis is looking down, seeing her smiling and dancing with some man. And he like, who the hell is dancing with my mama? Who is this guy? Right? So he's looking back and forth. Bro, I would do the same thing. I don't know who was dancing with my mama, making my mama smile. So he rolls up, right? Curtis rolls up on Big Shirley like, yo, who's that dancing with my mama? And she's like, why she care? She's having a good time. Let her have a good time. You know, she a grown woman. That's your mama right there, right? She's like, yeah, you guys having a good time, you know? Like, you need to have a good time too, Curtis. You know, you just let her be happy. Let her smile. Let her loose. You know, he gives him some chips. He's like, what's this? He's like, that's $3,000 for you to go enjoy yourself. Go and gamble. So he's like, oh, you only going to give me $3,000, right? And she's like, what? And then he gives her a quick kiss and says, okay, thank you. Right? And then he runs off. And she's like, boy, you know, this is family. This is what I love because it feels like family. You guys are doing a great job making it feel like family. Again, Big Shirley looking good, okay? I'm saying it again. That's right. So back at the Midnight Blues, your man Curtis is throwing the dice. He's playing. He's winning. He's like, I can't lose. I was like, okay, Big Curtis. You know what I'm saying? Cousin Curtis winning. And Maria's standing right next to him looking at him. You know, got eyes for Curtis. What's going on here? He got the dice in his hand. He's like, yo, looks like I'm gonna need a little something, can He looking at him, he looking at her. He got the dice, and she blows on Big Curtis's dice. Oh, man, this is going to be problems, man. It's going to be problems already. So he rolls the dice. They win again. Yeah, man is good at dice. Now, they not showing the dice, so we don't know if he really winning or losing, but we know Cousin Curtis is winning, right? So, man, he's having a good time. He's collecting his chips. He tripled his money, and, he's looking at Marie, and he's like, hey, would you like to dance? Now, of course, she looking back home now because she know the goons are watching her. And she looking at Curtis. He's like, him looking mighty good or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the vibe is definitely there. We see the vibe is there. And he's like, at this dance, you want a drink? She's like, yo, drinks are free, right? So it is what it is. So they get up out of there. So here we go with Marquise, boy. Marquise, trouble. Saint's wife rolls over, and he's like, I hit up my office, right? Because earlier she was like, I get off in 10 minutes. He's like, let's go to office. Of course, Dice is like, man, he sees everything that's going on. He's shaking his head like, here we go. Now, we got Lauren, and some gentleman tries to approach Lauren. She's like, no, okay, I don't want to dance, right? And there goes Skunk like, ooh, who's this right here? Who walks in? Yeah, boy. Looking good in that dress as well. Ernestine, the voodoo priestess shows up. Man, I can't even talk. She looks so hot. Gee, she's walking through the door. The mayor's like, yeah, you want a drink? Everybody's trying to get her. Everybody's looking. Everybody's smiling at her. She coming in there with the girls out looking good. I'm like, dang. But Ernestine only got eyes for one person, and she's looking for that one person, and I think y'all know who it is. Yeah, she finds that one person, Floyd, and she's like, can I have this dance? And Floyd is surprised to see her. He's like, oh, Ernestine. Of course, she looking good as hell. And your boy is all captivated by her. You already know it's not the voodoo fam. It's not. She just look good. You know what I mean? So they proceed to dance, flailing her hands around his head and his face and just really getting it in. You know how she does it, man. She the voodoo priestess. She doing her own little dance with him, you know what I mean? And your boy Skunk is like, man, what I got to do to get me a chicken foot? This guy's crazy. So, yeah, we got your girl, Lauren, and she is puffing it up. Here goes Prince like, hey, you know what? You could get, caught for that. And she's like, and? I'm like, yo, I like this Lauren. This Lauren right here, she a little bit looser in comparison to family business. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, yo, you smoke? He's like, yeah, I smoke every day. So Prince, he lights it up. He's like, oh, yeah, I smell some good stuff. He's like, that's some good stuff. So your man proceeds to be like, what's your name, Cinderella? He proceeds to run his game. And he must be doing a pretty good job because Lauren ain't walk away like she did with the other guy. And yeah, they about, that she gonna catch you and she gonna smoke it and she gonna take it away. And he seems to be doing a good job really getting on her good side, And my name is Prince. And he introduces himself. He's like, what's your name, Cinderella? Really vibing out. And I kind of like it, but I already know there's trouble on the horizon. She's looking at him like, yeah, He's like, where's your mask at? He's like, man, it's better to see you, He's kissing her hand. He's doing what he got to do as a gentleman, right? So here we are. Saint is looking for his wife. He's trying to get through security. He's like, man, let me loose, man. You know what I'm saying? If you know what's best for you, you would let me go, right? So Saint is on a rampage looking for his wife. Meanwhile, Marquise is smashing Saint's wife in his office, man. They getting it in. She giving the old face. I'm like, bruh, what's going on? Dice comes through like, oh, whoa. And, just want to give you the heads up. Saint is looking for his wife. He's like, well, she ain't in here, right? Because you can't really see her face. He's like, Dice is like, all right. He's like, yeah. Dice is like, whoa. Yeah, he getting it in with the wife. And, yeah, it's time to go because, yeah, she is trouble. She is going to be the one to really mess this thing up, man. I think that's what's going down, but they can't resist each other. They just got the hots for each other. They just into each other. And obviously it must be real good for them to do this right there when the husband is out there, and yeah, Marquise, you in trouble. We gonna see what happens next, right? So yeah, they go there, and Dice is like, bro, man, you wild, bro, you wild. He's like, yeah, I know, man. Right, so he walks away, and then Saint's wife rolls up, and it's like, man, everything gonna be fine, let me fix your chain, right? So she fixes his chain, right? And while she's fixing his chain, here comes Saint, boy. Man, oh man, like, so now Saint is thinking that his wife is sleeping with Dice, right? That's the crazy part about it, because she's not, right? He's not getting anything from his wife. So here we go with Kendall. Kendall rolls up on Prince, and it's like, hey, man, don't mean to disturb your groove, but we got to go because your brother Saint, he's wilding out over you-know-who, right? He's like, dang, Prince is on a roll. He's getting it in with Lauren, you know what I mean? They about to exchange numbers or whatever. He's like, yo, I got to go, but you know what? You still owe me that dance, right? So she's like, he walks away. And she's like, okay. I guess she liked that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he definitely made an impression on her. And yeah, she is feeling him. So Saint rolls up on Dice, like, yo, knew you was sleeping with my wife. You acting like y'all friends and the whole nine while she working here, but you messing around with my wife. He's like, yo, man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm not the one. And as soon as Dice says, I'm not the one, Saint pops off and freaking hits Dice in the grill and just continues to throw blows on Dice all the way, backs him up on the freaking machine, the slot machine, and he just keep throwing punches, man, going crazy. Here we go. Prince is like, hey, chill, stop. He always calms him down. It's like, you're with me. She's done. She quit. It's over. She ain't working here no more, right? So he drags her away. Here we go with the couple way. Here we go with the vibes. We got Curtis and Marie LeBlanc. They go and get that drink. They vibing and looking at each other. Boy, the vibes is there. I told y'all this was going to happen. I knew it. Yeah, so, it's like, yeah, let me get you a drink. And they proceed to start talking about, how she's married and the whole nine. They get into a conversation. Meanwhile, Saint is outside, and Skunk rolls up on him. He's like, yo, man, I want to talk to you and Jean LeBlanc, man. I heard y'all giving 100,000 away for some information. He's like, what you know about Pierre? What you know about Pierre? He's like, yo, I know y'all thrillers, man. I know y'all take people out. I know y'all no joke. I wouldn't be coming to y'all if I ain't had nothing serious. He's like, all right, you coming with me, right? So now he's shoving Skunk, and he's dragging his wife off. Saint is wilding out, B. He's wilding right now, B. Now, we looking. The cameraman, the director, y'all did y'all assignment. Y'all showing us the full outfit of Marie LeBlanc and why Curtis is so enamored by this woman. She's looking real good. So we go into this conversation again. You married? Are you happy? And she's like, yeah, we're happy. He's like, yo, you asking me, are you happy? Are you telling me? And he already is feeling the vibe that she probably ain't getting her right. Right, Curtis? You feeling that vibe? Because she's giving him play. She's giving him time. Conversation is getting really looking deep in his eyes with Curtis. What was going on here? What was the vibe? What was going down? So high, she getting closer and closer. He's like, rolling up on Curtis. She's like, yeah, I got to see who's behind this mask before I do what I do. And she kisses cousin Curtis, man. Oh, shoot. Yo. And he falls back, and she's like, yeah, that wasn't supposed to be as good as I thought it was going to be. That one kiss, Curtis, you got to, like that, bitch? You got to all open off of that one kiss? Wow. So she's like, I got to get out of here. She walks away, and of course, she gives him the look back, right? She is feeling your boy. We already know. Cousin Curtis, man, you doing some things. And shout out to the cameraman once again for knowing the assignment and showing us the back of the dress as she's walking away. It's very nice. Very nice. Look at your boy, Curtis. Curtis, man, I'm looking at you like, boy, like, woo, it's hot up in here. You better get that drink and get up out of there, bro. We going to see what goes down the next episodes. All right. So now we are at this trap house. That's what it seems to be. That's where Jean LeBlanc is. So we got Skunk, and here comes Jean LeBlanc, like, yeah, man, he got some information on your brother and what happened to your brother. He's like, yeah, man, can I get my money? He's like, you get your money, you know, when we get the information. He's like, you're not going to offer me nothing to drink? Saint smacks him, right? Hits him in the face, right? It's like, yo, stop talking and give us the information we want, right? So he's like, all right, man, all right. So he proceeds and says, hey, I don't know who took out your brother, but your brother wasn't down at the swamps and get ate up by no alligators. He actually got popped. And he says, you know, he doesn't know, but he knows where he got popped. He says, all I know is who put the body away. And he's like, who? He said, Floyd. Floyd put up the body. And he's like, really? Are you sure? He's like, yeah. All right, man. Go take care of him, right? Go take care of him. You know, when Jean LeBlanc take off them glasses, boy, it's getting serious. He's like, yo, round up all the fellas. Look like we need to go pay a visit, right? Get this guy out of here, right? So yeah, they go getting him out of here because it's about to go down. Skunk, ratted, you rat bastard. And yeah, John's about to ride on the family. What's going to happen next? We shall see, as this is getting deep. This is getting crazy on the Family Business New Orleans. Family, let me know your predictions. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you like this, love this, or appreciate this. And if you do, definitely hit that like button. I appreciate you all for watching. And until next time, salute.